Manchester United have drawn 1-1 with Fulham. What a load of old fucking bollocks from Manchester United. Drawing 1-1 with that load of fucking shit. I mean, look where the fuck Fulham are in the table. Manchester United put a strong team out there this evening and couldn't even get the fucking job done. I mean, lately we've been shit. We know that. We were shit against Leicester, shit against Liverpool, and shit against Roma, and we've continued and dropped more fucking points this evening. Yes, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, but we're going into a cup final in this fucking horrendous shitty form. It's not looking good for Manchester United, it really isn't. I don't know if it just wakes people up in the fact that this squad isn't actually good enough to get anywhere near challenging for a title. We're now going to finish at least 12, possibly more points behind. I think we already were 13, sorry. So we're going to finish at least about 14, 15 points, probably 16 or more behind Manchester City, because we're probably going to fuck up against Wolves, because who's going to want to get injured in that game? But I don't know what the fuck's going on recently. I mean, we've put a good strong lineup out, we've taken the lead, and we haven't been able to capitalise on that. I mean, we've got to talk about that Cavani goal. What a fucking goal that was, but it's overshadowed by the fact that we've fucking drawn this game 1-1 at home. I mean, we finally allowed fans back in the ground, and we're drawing at home to fucking Fulham. I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, if this was mid-season, this is the type of game that would absolutely annihilate any chance of even challenging for a title. You cannot be drawing to teams like Fulham at home. You just cannot. And yeah, I know, as I said, it doesn't mean anything in the grand scheme of things. If we're going and win that final against Villarreal, I wouldn't give a shit that we lost this game, but it's just the fact that we're losing so many points in games lately. It's just not looking good. And okay, we have got Maguire out, which probably hasn't helped in some games, but Jesus Christ, I mean, we're not scoring enough goals. We're shit at the back, midfield. I mean, Fred and McTominay. Why are we starting with two defensive midfielders? Or them two players anyway. I wouldn't really call Scott McTominay a defensive midfielder, but why are we starting with them two players when you're playing at Old Trafford? I mean, that shouldn't be Manchester United. That really shouldn't. Not at home against Fulham, really. I mean, really, should we be doing that? I don't think so, but it is what it is. We're gonna. These last few games do show more so than ever that Manchester United need at least 3 or 4 world-class players to come into the Manchester United team and do bits. We really do. It's proven that, it really has. I mean, we need the world-class centre-back, we need the world-class midfield player, we need the world-class right wing, and possibly a world-class striker. If Cavani cannot continue this form for much longer, that would be 4 positions at the very least. Still got question marks over the goalkeeper, but that's besides the point. But we've drawn this game this evening. Disappointing way to end this campaign, it really is, because it's probably going to be a much rotated side in the next game. I mean, that would pretty much be, though, the lineup you expect, barring a couple of them players not making it. I think McTominay, maybe Maguire probably won't make it, but besides that, there's pretty much going to be that starting lineup. Maybe Henderson will swap with De Gea, I'm not too sure there, but besides that, that's going to be the starting lineup for the final against Villarreal. And it is worrying going into that final when we're not putting teams away, and especially teams that you should be beating. I mean, these are opportunities for these players that are on the fringes. Still not sure, the likes of Greenwood, and obviously Fred's been shit recently, and McTominay and that, to really step up and say, look, you're not dropping me from this starting lineup. Even the likes of Paul Pogba, who is debatable whether he could play on that left hand side, because I think that's Rashford's best position. So there are still debatable options for Solskjaer going into that final, and players haven't really stepped up to that mark recently in games, and it is disappointing. And if some of the fringe players get the opportunity against Wolves, they really need to step up to the mark, because this is fucking not good enough. From the standards that Manchester United have set over the years, I'm sorry, but just not quite good. I mean, over the 4 or 5 recent games, not good enough for Manchester United, and they've got to do better, really have, to start getting back to where we want to be. And as I said, this does show that Manchester United are miles and miles behind Manchester City, but the only thing is, this hasn't even guaranteed Manchester United. I thought it would guarantee Manchester United 2nd position in the league, but with Leicester still to play Chelsea, it doesn't I mean, I don't know, but it's not certain that we're going to finish second. We probably will, but who knows if, even if we do finish second, we're second in, and other teams have been shit this season, so it's all crumbled towards the end of this season. I mean, I know we haven't got anything to play for, but I still don't think that that's a complete excuse for this. I mean, Man City haven't crumbled like this, and they've got nothing to play for. So I am disappointed with the way Manchester United have ended the season. I really am. Some of these games were big games and important games. This one was a dead rubber, but we've drawn the game this evening. It's nice to have seen Cavani score that worldie of a goal, but we've got to improve and do better, Manchester United, if we are to get back to the top of European football. It is a long way away. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I don't really know what to say on, much more to say on this, to be honest. We go to Wolves with probably a much more rotated side, because this was almost full strength. So we will do, and then we'll have the final to look forward to in Poland against Villarreal. So let's just hope and stay positive and look forward to that maybe Maguire will be back, which could be a massive positive for Manchester United. Even if Manchester United is so shit defensively without him, just get the cunt back, get him back in that fucking starting lineup, and hopefully win it. I don't care how the fuck we win it, just go out there and fucking win that cup. Anyway, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and share it if you're watching it on Facebook. It will cheer me up a bit, and I'll talk to you all again soon. See ya.